Oh god, this is disorientating to look at. It's like there's extra detail or something that shouldn't be here. I'm feeling floaty.
Not enough minerals.
Jesus.
Here are the coordinates for the terrazine sites, brother.
Predator.
Make our lives a little easier.
Our SCVs
Oh,
can
they
pick up
just given me
kerosene
predators.
canisters and move them. It'll take them a while
Cyclones.
to disconnect the canister, so make sure you watch out for them. I feel it.
Well, we'll have to have a look at the Preds, see what happens. Though I don't think I should call them Preds. You may be thinking of Epstein. I am thinking of all the Vorart I've seen on my internet crawling. Because that's a terming they use too. Isn't there also Evil Line Corp called the Predators? But it's like Pred and Redditor. Immune to bailing acid. Tree armor while moving. Really helps it close the distance. It also moves at 4 speed, so it could keep up relatively with the Reapers. And immunity to bailing acid makes it pretty damn viable.
Bad news? We hear you. Yes, sir.
Alright, and I can do the research to get the other stuff. Deathhead. Oh, awesome. Remember having those in another campaign and they were fucking A. Actually, the Reapers will be great here with their ability to hit air, and they are very mobile. So I think it's going to be a Reaper, Predator, Hellion mission?
Hold on now. We just need some of this gas here. We'll be long gone before you know it.
No!
Defile the breath of creation. Tylerine warriors. Execute all those who would desecrate our altars.
The Protoss are mobilizing, sir. Looks like
While the like the Tal'Darim and all like the different there was in StarCraft 1 there was the Daelan, then there was the Nerazim. And it just seems like okay, there's two factions to the Protoss race. Suddenly introducing the Tal'Darim is like, you know, where were they throughout everything else? Part of me feels like, that's weird. They should have been involved, but not necessarily. Look at the emotions; they weren't involved at all. It's fine. Not everyone has to be involved in every conflict. But at the same time, it also makes sense for there to be disparate Protoss groups. The Protoss had access to many worlds at one point, and they also had the Age of Strife, where they were all trying to gut each other because they could. So, or Eon of Strife, whatever it's called. Protoss society wasn't doing well. They were trying to kill each other a lot. So there being disparate tribes out there, you know, just like hidden away in their own bit of the galaxy. It makes sense. You know? It actually, it does make sense. They should have just been more cohesive with the whole Tal'Darim thing, though. Because there's these Tal'Darim, then there is the Tal'Darim in SC2, well, in the Heart of the Swarm, then there's Tal'Darim in Legacy of the Void. And they're all kind of different. I suppose the Tal'Darim in Heart of the Swarm could kind of pass. They're certainly closer to Tal'Darim of Legacy of the Void, but both groups are different to the ones in here. So Blizzard had to try. It included a throwaway line in Legacy of the Void to justify this group, but they really weren't cohesive. Like, apparently for Legacy of the Void, they actually wanted to have Zeratul being the lead dude for it, but then decided to kill him and hand it off to Artanas. There wasn't a proper cohesive story wrote before they started making the game, or even as they were making the game. They were making, they randomly changed the pro tag of one day trilogy. I also still have a picture on my hard drive of their promo site for Heart of Swarm, where you're going to get a choice of how to play Karrigan. Go Zerg or stay Terran. Emphasize her ghost side. And about the planetary destruction mechanic and all this. There wasn't a cohesive image. It seems like they didn't have a cohesive image of what they wanted to make. Hey, folks, I tried to make a point there, but I honestly started feeling rather unwell and more than a little stupefied. Someone quick, go play the Disturbed song. So, like what I was trying to say was, with Blizzard, like when they were doing StarCraft 2, they didn't have a cohesive story in mind, they didn't have a cohesive image. And I would love the idea of having enough fuck you money to just buy Blizzard, or buy Warcraft, buy StarCraft off them. Diablo 2, but I don't really have much of a connection with the property, so I can't comment. I really like the settings of them, they just don't really treat them well. Like in WoW, there's a ton of quests you can do that are just entirely non-canon. They don't happen. You know, Oldham, or the Oldham, the tiny facility in the Badlands. Canonically, never been run. Well, no one's ever succeeded in running it. That dungeon's never been completed. Dire Maul, you can do it as an Alliance member, but canonically it's a Horde dungeon. There's quests you have in there, but they're canonically Horde. Horde are the victors of it. So, like, there's tons of non-canon things in it, and I would love to do a Horde campaign, Alliance campaign, where you aren't like forced to do each zone or anything like that. It'll be like it as it is now. But whatever quests you do within that zone will be canon. Maybe it would be a good idea to like tread you through each zone. Or maybe they'll be too much because of how many zones there are. They made the old world very large. It would lead to multiple versions of quests. Which, would that be fine or not? Think that could be tolerable? Listen, it's not like it matters. It's not going to ever happen. But I know I like to have a whole idea planned out. It feels like I have to. But yeah, like say if I had that kind of money, I would want to let retail do retail, have a separate version, start a classic, go up through the expansions, and restructure it. Have it tied in more with the novels. If there are going to be novels expanding on the story, have them be acknowledged more. Have them actually worked into the game. Have a cohesive driving vision. Don't have a novel expanding the setting and decide nah we don't want to go that direction. Change it before it's been released, or drop the idea. Don't put it out and then just retcon it out afterwards. People have spent their money on it. You got to respect their investment, both emotionally and financially. And the same carries true for StarCraft. There's so many novels in it that touch on things and they never get acknowledged within the games. They may get a bear's throwaway in the form of Liberty, but that's it. There's great potential with it, but they never really cash in on it. So, if I somehow came into ownership of it, that's what I want to do. And again, I'm saying it again in case anyone thinks otherwise. I don't think I'm some master writer who could do this. It's just I have the vision, and I would hire people who could. Like people have Amy Krenning, yeah? Get her in. That's her surname, yeah? I can't remember. But the Legacy of Kain lady, get her in. You know, there's various people that are well regarded for their writing jobs. You know, get them to do it. You don't need to be a master writer to see issues. But, yeah. Just have to worry about financial viability. Ugh. I suppose if I had that kind of fuck you money, maybe I wouldn't have to worry. Just, like, sure, I'll just keep throwing money on the pyre. Who cares?
After our SCVs when we harvest the terrazine. I suggest we only harvest one side at a time and run with the heavy escort.
Oh yes, I can check Heya out. Not mutually exclusive. Smoothbore cannon, damage increase +2, damage versus armored, increase +10, quad lock weapon system. Yeah, they just replaced their
Tal'Darim are sealing off the terrazine altar so we can't
upgrade
get
their
at
weapons.
them. If they keep it up, we won't be able to collect enough.
Okay, that's interesting. So it makes them an anti-air unit, anti-light air unit, as opposed to the anti-heavy they normally are, anti-armored they normally are. Slightly slower fire rate, higher damage with a bonus versus armored. So this is just basically straight out upgrade. While their air weapon is more of a situational piece. Bit of a waste.
Upgrade complete.
Affirmative.
So, their air is situational, this is just a straight out upgrade.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off the terrazine altar.
The doctor is in.
Ooh, they also have stim packs? Hell yeah.
This better be good.
Group up.
Additional supply depots required.
Big job, huh?
Additional supply depots required.
Move it.
But yeah, basically the thing is, like say if I had Warcraft, I would have like a canon campaign where any quest you do would be canon, because they put in outright non-canon quests. So there will be a canon thing, so you will know what your character has done. You'd still be able to do the other dungeons, you'd still be able to engage in the normal experience, do what you do now. But you would know this is not this isn't canon. The Alliance did not do this dungeon. It would be kind of made clear, but you'd still be available to do. I'm not going to deny you the content. It's just going to be made clear it's a horde dungeon. And there would be more work to ingratiate the expanded material while making sure the expanded material is in line with the game. Because like in WoW right now, the Onyxia achievement quest never happened. Varian Rin did that. Varian Rin killed Onyxia. All those quests you did, non-canon, never happened. And I find that obnoxious. Alternatively, in that case, that came in a novel. So, well, that came in a comic, so you had to buy the comic to get the true story. Alternatively, you can buy a novel and randomly have that declared non-canon at any point. So, there isn't a cohesive image, cohesive thing to it. And certainly can be hard to do over years, like the decades WoW's been around, but they have those issues on the small scope. It was only within a few years they declared the Chronicles no longer to be lore Bibles. As far as that's how they were pitched to me. I heard of them as lore Bibles. These are the lore of the world. And then suddenly, nah, biased, filthy scribes that were making shit up. Then why did you sell them to us? They didn't quite phrase it like that, but you get my point. And whatever I say for Warcraft, it applies to StarCraft. You know, there's tons of expanded materials, ton of cool stuff that they just ignore. They don't deal with. They retcon out at the moment's notice. Or just, writing snafus. I like the settings. I think they're good. But they need someone... They either need less tampering, like say if it's executive meddling, fucking stuff up. They need less of it. Or they need better writers going over it. So, yeah. And obviously, while I'm trying to write my own thing, I don't think I'm one of those better writers. I just saw some issues to it. It'd be more me getting other people in to do it. So, one sec. Hey folks, and I've returned. Yeah, something's off with the, how this mission appears. Like, seriously. I feel really stupefied. Get me some medics, some predators.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terrazine portal.
Awesome.
Base is under attack.
Ooh, they have that thing to prevent sniping. Move back. Ooh. Fucking hell, Reapers. The Reapers are actually doing reasonable here.
The doctor is in.
Ready to raise some hell. This better be good.
Okay, group up. Let's get E4.
Ready to raise some hell.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terrazine portal.
Over there.
Bandit, are you ready? Go ahead. Ah, what's going on? Roger, I'm in a heap of trouble. Yeah, whatever. Ready to raise some hell. Been waiting.
Nice. While the predators have been tweaked a little, they don't have the same customization buffs as some of the other units, so I don't really want to use them as much. And same with the this guy, the Cyclone. He hasn't been adjusted at all, so I don't really want to use him much. It's a shame, but yeah.
Ready to raise some hell.
Nice. They're just tanky enough not to give a damn.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terrazine altar.
Down. Attack.
I'm in a heap of trouble.
Can I jump? Yes. Alright. Let's head over here.
Upgrade complete.
Armed and ready.
Maybe I should go for somebody, mine guys. Nice. +1 glide build speed and cost decreased by 50%. My eyes kind of popped out of my head there. I didn't realize glides cost 3 supply, but still, that is next to nothing material-wise. Bit slow for what I'm doing on this mission.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terrazine altar.
Sweep over this one. Glides gain an additional weapon. Dual autocannon, quad Hellfire missiles. So what does this exactly mean?
The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terrazine altar. Base is under attack.
The doctor is in.
Go, go, go! Yes, sir. I feel you.
Mineral field depleted.
Go on.
Augmented Gauntlet. 25% attack speed, 1 range. Oh yeah.
The Grim Reaper has arrived.
Base is under attack.
This better be good.
I'm gonna take out the
Additional
Protoss base.
supply depots required.
Feels so weird actually having vision over here. I'm so used to the mission where I couldn't see shit.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terrazine altar.
Are they?
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terrazine altar.
Okay. I guess we'll tack up this way.
Additional supply depots
That's a
required.
bit much.
Additional supply depots required.
Okay, let's go through and make sure people are upgraded.
Doctor is in.
Not enough minerals.
Would like to use.
Additional supply
Can I autocast
depots
that?
required.
Yes. I didn't mean to do that. Attack.
I'm in a heap of trouble.
Not enough minerals.
The doctor is in. The doctor.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off.
March in.
facilities.
Now engage.
The doctor. Be better send some
Mineral
backpack.
field completed.
The doctor. Be better
is
send
under
some
attack.
backpack.
The Marines are auto stepping. Nice.
Your forces are under attack.
Yeah, they got the CO attempts off.
Under attack.
Oh, they ran into this issue. Where if you get the flat cannon, it deactivates these. The only way around it is to give them the smoothbore upgrade. I remember seeing that issue previously on another mod.
You gonna give me orders?
Mineral field depleted.
Sorry, needed a drink. Let's make sure over here is empty first. You exist.
You got coordinates or what? Moving into position. This better be good. Roger that.
Mineral field.
Tal'Darim just can't stand up to our firepower.
Hell yeah.
They're in full retreat. Well done, sir.
If you're going up against Zerg, you just want to get the anti-bio ammo. If you're going up against Terran, there is a fair mix of mechanical and bio, but just thinking of the units of, like, just trying to think of Terran off the cuff, you're probably going to end up seeing a lot of mechanical. Or maybe they just stand out more. So it might be bad. With Terran, it can go either way. Do you go mechanical? Do you go bio? Certainly depends on the mission. But in the case of Protoss, I think it's a given to go anti-mechanical, because a lot of their units are mechanical. Pretty much only Zealots aren't, out of typical units. I'm not sure about the Debs. Certainly not relevant here. Also applies to Viking. Huh. Double Goliath weapon. Increase all units' movement speed by 20%. That doesn't really make sense. The ammunition's movement speed doesn't really make sense. It sounds like more of a fire rate increase. Having all my units move 20% faster sounds insane and sounds fun, but I like the idea of giving all my units half their health and shields.